Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here to continue looking at Ixalan. We've already opened up the OG Ixalan and now we're going to be looking at Rivals of Ixalan. This set came out about 112 days after the original Ixalan in early 2018, so about 5.75 years ago. So we're going to go ahead and crack this thing open, analyze the results of this box, do a slight comparison to the original Ixalan before we step into the brand new Ixalan set. So this weekend, I'm hoping to have my pre-release kits so I can open those up and share the arena codes with all of you. And you all can get some packs on Arena, and we can kind of see what kind of dinosaurs and Jurassic Park cards we're going to get inside of those boxes. All right, so we've got 36 packs today of Rivals of Ixalan. There are currently 6 cards in this set valued over $10, whereas in the original Ixalan, there were only 3 cards valued over $10. And spoiler alert, we saw 2 of them in our box. So let's see how many we can get inside of this particular box. So again, these did not come in set or collector boxes. They are only available in booster or draft booster, if that's your preference, soon to be replaced by play booster. So let's just kind of see what we can get in here. So we're going to start this one off with a Legion Conquistador. Then we're going to see ourselves some Sea Legs with a Stampeding Horncrest. Then we're going to see a Gilt Grove Stalker, followed by a Dinosaur Hunter with a Cleansing Ray. Then we're going to see ourselves a Mutiny, followed by a Squire's Devotion. Then we're going to see an Overgrown Armasaur, followed by Tilona's Crown. And then we're going to see a Forerunner of Legion, followed by a Direfleet Neckbreaker. And then we're going to see ourselves an Aquatic Incursion with a Silent Gravestone coming in as our rare, not one of the high values. And then we're going to see ourselves the double-sided, this is the first iteration of the double-sided cards where you could essentially check which card you were playing. And then we're going to see ourselves a Saproling token. All right, so let's just get the board kind of set here. Got some dust down there. All right. So next pack up, let's just crack it open and take a look. Now, there are a few uncommons valued over $1. So we're looking for Curious Obsession. We'd also be looking for a Legion Lieutenant. And, of course, we're looking for the Pitiless Plunderer. That card is valued around $6 as an uncommon. And then there are quite a few foils that contain, I'll call it significant multipliers. So we'll be keeping an eye out for that. So we've got ourselves a Sailor of Means, followed by a Frilled Death Spitter. Then we're going to see a Divine Verdant with a Hunt the Weak, Vampire Revenant with an Exultant Sky Marcher, followed by a Strider Harness. Then we're going to see ourselves a Waterknot with an Orska Relic, followed by a Gruesome Fate. Then we're going to see a Thunderherd Migration, followed by a Sky Marcher Aspirant with a Crested Herd Caller. And we're going to see Form of the Dinosaur coming in as our rare, followed by a Mountain and a Merfolk token. All right, so I guess we'll just put all of the tokens over there. We'll put our rares right here, and then maybe we'll make a separate pile for Mythics. So Rivals of Ixalan, pretty small set. There's only 196 cards in this set. 48 are rare and 13 are Mythic. So we got Spire Winder, followed by a Brazen Freebooter. Then we're going to see ourselves a Sun Sentinel with a Mistcloak Herald, followed by Jadecraft Artisan, Dusk Legion Zealot with a Sorn Guardian, Traveler's Amulet, Kitesail Corsair with a Snubbern Sentry, Flood of Recollection, followed by Expel from Orska. Then we're going to see the Needletooth Raptor, followed by a Tender Shoot Dryad. This is actually going to be one of the cards valued over $10. This is currently valued around $12. So awesome to see that in the first stack. Loving it. All right, next up we got ourselves a Plains and a Treasure token. So if you've already started to crack open the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, drop me a comment. Let me know what you've already pulled out of there and what I should be looking for when I open up my boxes. So we got ourselves a Sun-Collared Raptor, followed by a Moment of Triumph with a Negate, Knight of the Stampede, followed by a Recover. Then we're going to see a Cleansing Ray with a Jungle-born Pioneer, Buccaneer's Bravado. Then we've got a Grasping Scoundrel with the Secrets of the Golden City. And there's a Legion Lieutenant. This is going to be one of the uncommons valued over $1. Awesome. Then we're going to see ourselves a Stone Quarry, followed by a Resplendent Griffin. And then we're going to see a Blood Sun coming in as our rare. Very cool artwork, but not a high-value rare. Then we're going to see ourselves an Island and a Dinosaur. All right, so we got the Legion Conquistador again, followed by a Crashing Tide, Stampeding Horncrest with a Dusk Legion Zealot. Then we've got a Hardy Veteran with a Dinosaur Hunter, Luminous Bonds, followed by a Colossal Dreadmaw. Then we're going to see the Dark Inquiry with a Hornswoggle. And there we go, the Pitiless Plunderer. This is going to be the uncommon, the most valuable uncommon in the set, valued just over $6 right now. Awesome. And then we're going to see a Silver Gill Adept, followed by an Ark of Orska coming in from the Land Cycle. Then we're going to see ourselves a Luminous Bonds coming in foil, followed by a Mountain and a Vampire token. All right, so that is the first foil of the box. Not really sure where to put it. I guess I'll put them over here. You will kind of see that we will only get somewhere between 8 and 12 foils. They're a lot harder to come by in these older sets. I'm saying 2018. It's only 5 years old, but still, if you're new to Magic, that probably seems like ages ago. So, especially with all the product coming out. So we got ourselves a River Darter, followed by a Fanatical Firebrand, Suncrested Pietrodon with an Orska Frillback, followed by a Dusk Charger. Then we're going to see Hunt the Weak, followed by Mutiny with a Squire's Devotion. Then we've got an Overgrown Armasaur with the Crown, followed by a Forsaken Sanctuary. Then we're going to see a Golden Demise with a Crested Horncaller. And then we're going to see ourselves the punch card kind of in the middle, which means behind that we're going to see ourselves a Golem Guardian. And this will be a flip rare, and that will turn into the Gold Forge Garrison. Very nice. Do love the flip cards, and we got a treasure in the back from the original Ixalan. Haven't gotten my hands on the new Ixalan yet, or haven't opened it, so I'm hoping that they kind of live up to that same legacy and feel from the old set. So we got a Moment of Triumph, followed by a Sailor of Means, Frilled Death Spitter with a Dusk Legion Zealot, followed by a Knight of the Stampede. Then we're going to see ourselves a Fathom Fleet Border with a Luminous Bonds. Then we're going to see ourselves a Sworn Guardian with an Impale, followed by a Bombard. Then we're going to see ourselves a Stone Quarry with an Arterial Flow, Raging Regisaur, and then we're going to see a Jade Light Ranger coming in as our rare. Again, not high value. And then we're going to see ourselves the punch card with a treasure. And I keep saying punch card. I guess I mean checklist. All right, let's see what our next pack has in store. All right, this one kicks off with a Frilled Death Spitter, followed by a Fanatical Firebrand. Then we're going to see a Mistcloak Herald, followed by a Naturalize. Then we're going to see Moment of Craving with a Jade Bearer. Then we're going to see the Luminous Bonds again with a Colossal Dreadmaw. Then we're going to see the Dark Inquiry with an Imperial Ceratops, followed by a Thunderherd Migration with a Pride of Conquerors, and then we're going to see Galta Primal Hunger coming in. One of the gigantic cards of Magic the Gathering, is valued over $1. And then behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Curious Obsession coming in foil. So this is the other uncommon that we were looking for, valued over $1. In foil, this is valued about 3.5 times as much at $6. So very good hit there. Then we've got ourselves an island with a City's Blessing. I can't recall if this is the set that introduced City's Blessing. If it was, I'll put it on the screen for you now. All right, so we've got ourselves a Mist-Cloaked Herald with a Sun-Crested Petrodon, Goblin Trailblazer with a Dust Charger, followed by a Gilt Grove Stalker, Deadeye Rig Hauler with a Gruesome Fate. Then we're going to see Mutiny with a Gleaming Barrier. Then we're going to see a Cleansing Ray with a Woodland Stream, followed by Forerunner of the Heralds, Forerunner of the Coalition, and then we're going to see ourselves a Time Stream Navigator. So while this card is not valued over $10, it is a mythic and it is valued at almost $9. So I'll count this one as a big hit for us. And then we're going to see ourselves a Forest and the Halty emblem in the back. And I believe that is our first mythic of the box. So again, there's only 13 mythics in the set, so, it's kind of hard to get them all. All right, so we got ourselves a Negate, followed by a Brazen Freebooter. Then we're going to see a Divine Verdict, followed by an Orska Frillback with a Fathom Fleet Border, a Naturalize. Then we're going to see the Bombard, the Stubborn Sentry with a Colossal Dreadmaw, followed by the Kitesail Courser with a Slippery Scoundrel, then a Raging Regisaur, a Majestic Heliopterus, sure. And then we're going to see ourselves a Release to the Wind coming in as our rare, followed by an Island and a Saproling token. All right, 2 more packs to go, I think, in stack number 1. Gotta love draft booster packs, boxes. You get 540 cards. All right, we got another Conquistador there with a Crashing Tide, followed by the Stampeding Horncrest. Then we're going to see a Hunt the Weak with a Vampire Revenant, followed by a Grasping Scoundrel, an Overgrown Armasaur with the Crown. And then we're going to see a Squire's Devotion, Deadeye Righauler with Enter the Unknown. Then we're going to see the Charging Tuscadon, followed by a Cacophondon. And then we're going to see an Induced Amnesia coming in as our rare. Very nice card there. Very cool artwork. Love it. Then we're going to see ourselves the checklist with another City's Blessing. All right, final pack in stack number 1. This one kicks off with the Raptor. If I can get it into focus. And then we're going to see the Raptor Companion. How appropriate. Then we got ourselves a Negate with a Recover, Jadecraft Artisan, followed by a Shatter. Then we're going to see the Crown one more time with the Deadeye Righauler, Strider Harness, followed by a Jungleborn Pioneer with another Pitiless Plunderer. Very nice to see 2 of the most valuable uncommon, again valued over $6. Then we're going to see the Hornswoggle, followed by the Aquatic Incursion. And then we're going to see a Mastermind's Acquisition coming in as our rare. This is going to hold a little bit of value for us, followed by a Swamp and a Vampire. All right, so that was a pretty good stack number 1. We saw 1 card valued over $10. We saw 2 copies of the most valuable uncommon, plus we saw an $8 mythic and 2 more uncommons valued over $1. So let's hope that continues. So we got the Raptor here, followed by the Raptor Companion again with the Spire Winder, Brazen Freebooter with the Plummet. Then we've got ourselves the Dust Charger, followed by an Evolving Wilds, Buccaneer's Bravado, a Bombard. Then we're going to see the Stubborn Sentry with Cherishing Hatchling. And then we're going to see the Relentless Raptor with an Ever-Drawn Champion. And then we're going to see a Dire Fleet Poisoner coming in as our rare, followed by a Mountain, and we're going to see an Elemental token. One thing I didn't check, but I doubt it, is the value of the tokens. I don't believe there's any tokens from this set that are, secret home runs or anything like that. If there are, I'll put them on the screen. So we got ourselves a Goblin Trailblazer, followed by a Moment of Triumph. Then we're going to see the Crashing Tide with Knight of the Stampede, Fathom Fleet Border. Then we're going to see the Water Knot with a Gleaming Barrier, the Strider Harness, the Jungleborn Pioneer, then the Gruesome Fate, Thunderherd Migration, followed by a Swift Warden, Stormfleet Sprinter, and we're going to see another checklist here with Hadana's Climb. Very cool flip card here, this enchantment. I'll go ahead and flip it over here. So this turns into the Winged Temple of Orska. I used to run this in a few of my decks, so I'm very fond of that card. And then we're going to see ourselves a City's Blessing. All right, moving into our next pack here. All right, this one starts off with the Sanguine Glorifier, followed by the Spire Winder, the Brazen Freebooter, and then we're going to see ourselves the Sun Sentinel with Hunt the Weak, Vampire Revenant, Colossal Dreadmaw, Jade Bearer. Then we're going to see the Buccaneer's Bravado with a Martyr of Dusk, Forerunner of the Empire with a Deadeye Brawler, and then we're going to see a Pirate's Pillage with Zaltalpa Primal Dawn coming in as our rare hit. This card does not hold a ton of value, but it is kind of fun to play with. It is a little expensive to get it on the field at 8. Then we get ourselves an Island and a Vampire. It's going to take a quick half second here, stack up some stacks. We're almost at the halfway point of the box, and there are just so many cards inside of these draft boxes. I want to keep them in good shape. All right, so next pack in. Let's see a few more $10 cards, shall we? All right, so this one kicks off with the Raptor Companion, followed by a Negate. Then we're going to see the Brazen Freebooter with the Aggressive Urge, Canal Monitor with the Crown, followed by the Squire's Devotion, Deadeye Rigcaller. Then we're going to see ourselves a Shatter with a Gleaming Barrier, Cherished Hatchling. Then we're going to see a Flood of Recollection, followed by a Thrashing Brontodon. And then we're going to see the World Shaper coming in. And this could be another rare value just around $2. Then we've got ourselves a Swamp and a Treasure Token. So one thing I did notice after I did the box opening, but I didn't add any supplemental content, was the tokens from the original Ixalan box. Half of them were, I'll call them heavily inked, and the other half were heavily uninked or very light printed. So they're kind of misprints, but they're tokens. So I didn't really call them out, but and I don't imagine they're worth much. But so I just wanted to kind of call that out. These look fine to me. I don't see any issues with the printing. So we've got a Sailor of Means with a Swaggering Corsair, followed by a Legion Conquistador. Then we're going to see the Revenant, followed by the Guildgrove Stalker, the Voracious Vampire, Soul of the Rapids, another Evolving Wilds with a Bombard. Then we're going to see one more Luminous Bonds with a Reckless Rage, followed by a Famished Paladin. And then we're going to see Reaver Ambush with a Seafloor Oracle coming in as our rare, followed by a Forest and a Treasure Token. So we are still sitting at 2 foils for the box. We're about halfway through. That's just amazing, considering nowadays everything is in foil. All right, so we've got ourselves a Divine Verdict, followed by a River Darter. Then we're going to see a Fanatical Firebrand, a Hardy Veteran with a Voracious Vampire, then Naturalize, Orska Relic. Then we got ourselves the Gruesome Fate, Secrets of the Golden City, Jungle Board Pioneer with a Blazing Hope. And behind that, we've got a Famished Paladin and a Ravenous Chupacabra. And then we're going to see Nazal Primal Tide coming in as our rare. This is going to be a pretty decent hit value, just around $4. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves the Island and a City's Blessing. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we're still only at 1 Mythic. So 1 out of 13 so far for the set. All right, this one's got the Swaggering Corsair with the Sanguine Glorifier, a Crashing Tide, followed by an Aggressive Urge. Then we're going to see the Canal Monitor with a Guildgrove Stalker, Mutiny, followed by a Shatter. Then we're going to see a Gleaming Barrier with an Exultant Sky Marcher, then a Riverwise Augur, a Merfolk Mistbinder. Then we got a Daring Buccaneer with Kumena's Awakening coming in as our rare, not high value, followed by a Forest and a Treasure. So some of the other high value rares that we're looking for, we'd be looking for a Trapjaw Tyrant coming out of white. That's valued at just over $20. We've got a Silverclad Pharisodons, or Pharocidons, coming out of red, valued just over $10. So we got the Sun Sentinel with the Fanatical Firebrand, the Swaggering Corsair, the Vampire, followed by the Jadecraft Artisan. Then we're going to see Moment of Craving with a Kitesail Corsair, a Bombard, followed by a Jade Bearer, Imperial Ceratops with a Relentless Raptor, followed by a Baffling End. And then we're going to see a Silverclad Pharocidons coming in. So this was one I just mentioned, valued just over $10. Awesome. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Voracious Vampire coming in at a black. This common foil does not hold a significant foil factor. And then we will be seeing a Swamp and a Merfolk. So some of the other big hitters that we're looking for the Polyraptor. That's valued at around $33. We're looking for Alonda, the Dusk Rose. That's valued around $10. And then if we can pull it, the Immortal Sun, valued just over $11. So we got ourselves a Spire Winder, followed by an Orska Raptor. Then we're going to see ourselves a Moment of Triumph, Dusk Legion Zealot, with a Hardy Veteran, an Orska Relic, a Gruesome Fate, followed by Secrets of the Golden City, Jungleborn Pioneer. Then we're going to see the Cleansing Ray with a Woodland Stream, a Pirate's Pillage. Then we're going to see a Dire Fleet Neckbreaker, another checklist with a Journey to Eternity coming in as our rare. This is going to hold some value for us, just valued over $4. And of course, this does flip into Atzal Cave of Eternity. Very cool. Love those flip cards. Then we got ourselves a Golem token in the back. All right, so we're halfway through. We've definitely got some value out there. I'll feel way more comfortable if I can get one more big hit. Ironically, these boxes are actually cheaper than OG Ixalan, even though this set has significantly more value in it. And it's not because they were printed years and years apart, because again, they were less than 4 months apart from release. Maybe there's just less OG Ixalan out there. So we got ourselves a Raptor Companion with a Negate. Then we're going to see ourselves the Brazen Freebooter with a Guildgrove Stalker, followed by the Voracious Vampire, a Plummet, an Impale, Jade Bearer, followed by Soul of the Rapids, Dark Inquiry, with a Merfolk Mistbinder. Then we got Expel from Orska with a Needletooth Raptor. And we're going to see a Paladin of Atonement coming in as our rare, followed by a Swamp and an Elemental token in the back. All right, two more packs to go in stack number 2. And we got ourselves the Sun-Collared Raptor with a Sun-Crested Petrodon, River Darter, followed by the Dusk Legion Zealot, Knight of the Stampede, Fathom Fleet Binder, Traveler's Amulet, Evolving Wilds, Kitesail Corsair, a Bombard. Then we're going to see the Foul Orchard, followed by Forerunner of the Heralds, a Thrashing Brontodon, and then we're going to see a Siegehorn Ceratops coming in as our rare, followed by a Forest and a Treasure token. All right, final pack in stack number 2. And in case you were curious, the Polyraptor in foil does not have a huge foil factor. So that's the most valuable card that you can pull from the main set. But in non-foil, it's valued at 33, and in foil, it's only valued at 37. However, there are quite a few cards that do have more or higher foiling factor. So for example, the Pitiless Plunderer, which is a $6 uncommon, is valued 4 times more at $27 in foil. So we got ourselves a Raptor Companion, followed by a Spire Winder. Then we got the Brazen Freebooter with the Hardy Veteran. Then we're going to see the Vampire Revenant, followed by the Buccaneer's Bravado, Grasping Scoundrel, Secrets of the Golden City, the Crown, Strider Harness, and we're going to see a Highland Lake, followed by a Sea Red. And then we've got a Resplendent Griffin with a Dire Fleet Daredevil coming in as our rare, with a Mountain and a Treasure token. All right, so each one of our stacks has contained a card valued over $10, but we are still only at a single mythic for the box, which is a little bit shocking, considering 36 packs and 13 mythics. So now instead of $10 cards, I think we're rooting for mythics just to see if we can find some more. All right, so we've got ourselves the Divine Verdict with a Spire Winder, the Raptor, Moment of Triumph, Orska Frillback. Then we've got the Dust Charger with the Soul of the Rapids, Martyr of the Dusk, Sworn Guardian with a Legion Lieutenant. All right, there we go. Another uncommon valued over $1, followed by a Forsaken Sanctuary coming in. Well, that was not as slick as I wanted it to be. I wanted to put them next to each other. And then behind that, we are going to see ourselves a Golden Demise with Path of Discovery coming in as our rare. This is going to hold a little bit of value, just over $1, followed by a foil Plains. Now, believe it or not, there's only 5 basic lands. 4 of the 5 are valued over $1 in foil. The Plains is the one that is not. All right. And then we've got ourselves a forest and a treasure. In fact, the foil island, for some reason, has a market value of $5, which is pretty amazing for a basic land, considering there are so many basic lands out there. I mean, almost every single set has basic lands, and they're some of the best artwork in Magic. So we've got a Mistcloak Herald with a Goblin Trailblazer, Moment of Triumph, Knight of the Stampede, followed by Recover with a Grasping Scoundrel, Exultant Sky Marcher, Buccaneer's Bravado, a Shatter. Then we're going to see ourselves the Water Knot, followed by the Riverwise Augur, Majestic Heliropterus with a Siren Reaver, and our rare is going to be a Brass Bounty, not a high value rare, followed by a Forest and a Dinosaur. Yeah, it's amazing. The island's worth $5, the swamp $1.55, the mountain $2.40, and the forest $2.97 in foil. But the island, or excuse me, the plains value less than $1. So we got ourselves Divine Verdict with a River Darter. Then we're going to see a Frilled Death Spitter with a Jadecraft Artisan, the Crown, Strider Harness, Deadeye Rig Hauler, Gruesome Fate with the Mutiny again, Jungle Creeper with a Foul Orchard, and then we're going to see Forerunner of the Coalition, followed by Vona's Hunger coming in as our rare, another rare valued just over $1. And then behind that, we're going to see Shake the Foundations coming in as an uncommon foil. Unfortunately, this uncommon foil, not valued over $1. Then we're going to see ourselves a Swamp, and believe it or not, an ad card from Minecraft. There you go. I got tricked by that the first time I opened up Rivals of Ixalan way back in the day. I was like, what is this? Why is there a Minecraft card? And then I realized it was just a clever promotion. So we've got Sea Legs with the Stampeding Horncrest, Sanguine Glorifier, the Plummet, followed by Recover, Grasping Scoundrel. Then we got the Exultant Sky Marcher with the Bravado, Shatter, Forerunner of the Legion. Then we've got the Charging Tuscadon with Cacophodon. And then we're going to see a Siege Ceratops coming in as our rare. So in foil. So as a foil rare, this is going to be valued just over $1, whereas in non-foil, it was not. And so behind that, I think we're going to see another rare. At least I really hope so. We got the double-sided card, followed by Storm the Vault coming in as our rare. Storm the Vault is going to be a pretty decent rare, valued almost at $5. Let's go ahead and flip that over. That is going to be the Vault of Catlacan? Catlacan? Sure. We'll go with that. Then we've got ourselves the City's Blessing. I have not played with that card. So, unlike the Hadana's Climb, I never tried to build the deck out of that one, so I don't think I've ever said it out loud. All right, so we got a Sun-Crested Petrodon, followed by a Sailor of Means, Swaggering Corsair. Then we're going to see a Moment of Craving, an Aggressive Urge. Then we're going to see a Canal Monitor, followed by a Snubborn Sentry. Then a Kitesail Corsair, followed by a Traveler's Amulet, an Evolving Wilds, Foul Orchard. Then we're going to see Shake the Foundations, an Oathsworn Vampire with a Warkite Marauder coming in as our rare, valued just at $1. And then we're going to see ourselves a Plains with a Merfolk. I think we're down to about 7 or 8 packs to go here. Happy to see that we've gotten a few more foils in this last stack. So we're up to 6 now for the box. So we've got the Stampeding Horncrest with the Sun Sentinel, Sailor of Means, Dinosaur Hunter, followed by Hunt the Weak. Oh, I skipped one. Vampire Revenant with a Soul of the Rapids. Martyr of the Dusk. Then we're going to see the Sworn Guardian with an Impale. Strength of the Pack. And we're going to see Hornswoggle with a Deadeye Brawler. And we're going to see Bishop of Binding coming in as our rare, followed by a Swamp. And another Minecraft ad card there. All right, throwing commons all over the place. All right, yeah, I think we're down to 7 packs now. So we're in the home stretch here, and then we're going to jump into the MTG box analysis. All right, so we're going to see ourselves a Sanguine Glorifier with the Sea Legs, Sun-Collared Raptor, an Orska Frillback, followed by Fathom Fleet Border, Naturalize, Secrets of the Golden City, an Orska Relic, Grasping Scoundrel with an Overgrown Armasaur, followed by Mausoleum Harpy. Then we're going to see Strength of the Pack, followed by a Daring Buccaneer, and our rare is going to be Titulonia's Summoner coming in. Not a high-value rare, and behind that we got ourselves a Swamp and a Saproling. This one's got a Sailor of Means, the Frilled Death Spitter, Divine Verdict, followed by the Dinosaur Hunter, Aggressive Urge, Canal Monitor. Then we got a Jade Bearer with a Traveler's Amulet. Then we're going to see Martyr of the Dusk with a Dark Inquiry, Stormfleet Swashbuckler with an Oathsworn Vampire. Then we're going to see the Siren Reaver with a Tomb Robber coming in as our rare, not a high value rare. Then we're going to see ourselves a Mountain, followed by a Dinosaur. If we end with a single mythic, I think I'm going to be a little upset. I don't think I've ever had that happen with a box. So we got ourselves a Divine Verdict with a Spire Winder. Then we're going to see an Orska Raptor with a Recover. Then we've got a Jadecraft Artisan, a Shatter, followed by a Gleaming Barrier, the Exultant Sky Marcher with a Strider Harness, a Waterknot, Riverwise Augur, followed by a Swift Warden, Stormfleet Sprinter, and then we're going to see ourselves a Champion of Dusk coming in as our rare with a Plains and a Vampire. I'm just going to take a half a second before we look at the last packs and just kind of thumb through our rares to see if I missed another mythic. I have not. We have only gotten one mythic in this box, and we only have 3 packs to go. So we've opened up 33 packs and only one mythic. Those are some tremendous odds. But tons of duplication in the common uncommons. So we've got a Goblin Trailblazer, Legion Conquistador with the Sea Legs, Voracious Vampire, followed by a Hardy Veteran. Then we're going to see the Orska Relic with a Grasping Scoundrel, an Overgrown Armasaur with Waterknot. Then we've got the Squire's Devotion, Forerunner of the Empire, Jungle Creeper with a Sadistic Sky Marcher, and then we are going to see finally a second mythic. So we get ourselves a Twilight Prophet, valued around just below $5, but hey, it's a mythic. I'll take it. And then below that, we've got ourselves a Mountain here with Minecraft. All right, 2 packs to go. Will we see one more mythic? All right, so we've got ourselves the Divine Verdict, followed by the River Darter. Then we've got the Death Spitter with the Knight of the Stampede, a Recover with a Plummet. Then we got the Sentry, followed by the Traveler's Amulet, another Evolving Wilds with a Sky Marcher Aspirant, Curious Obsession, again, uncommon, valued over $1, this time in non-foil. So now we've got all the uncommons valued over $1. Then we've got an Everdawn champion. And then we're going to see Captain's Hook coming in as our rare. A little cheeky there. And then we're going to see the Kite Sail Corsair coming in as a foil common, not valued over $1. And then we're going to see Plains and a Treasure Token. All right, so wow. 2 mythics, 2 cards valued over $10. However, we have seen 2 copies of every uncommon valued over $1, plus several pretty decent rares, I would say. Now we're going to go into the last pack of Rivals of Ixalan before moving into the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. What will this pack have in store for us? This one kicks off with a Crashing Tide, followed by a Stampeding Horncrest. Then we're going to see a Raptor Companion with a Jadecraft Artisan, Moment of Craving with a Shatter, Gleaming Barrier, followed by an Exultant Sky Marcher, Strider Harness. We're going to see the Water Knot, followed by the Azokan Seer, followed by a Charging Tuscadon. Then we're going to see an Arterial Flow, and then we are going to see a checklist. So I think we're going to see a flip card. What will it be? It is a Mythic, all right? So we're in the right place. It is Azor's Gateway coming in. It is a Mythic. It is valued over $1, but it is not a home run hit. This does flip into Sanctum of the Sun. There you go. Very cool. Cool way to end the box. All right, and then we got a Merfolk. So I will get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. Let's start off by comparing the cards that we saw in today's box to the cards available in the set. Using this chart, we can see all of the cards in the set indicated in gray, the non-foils that we saw in green, and the foils that we pulled in orange. In the non-foil space, we saw a variance of 8 cards between the colors of Magic, with white and black having the least with 83, and red having the most with 91. In the foil space, we saw between 1 and 2 cards for each of the colors of Magic, except for green. Moving into coverage, in the non-foil space, we saw 181 unique cards out of a possible 206. This gave us 88% coverage of the set. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in blue with 94% coverage. In the foil space, we only saw 7 unique cards, giving us 3% coverage of the cards that we were eligible to see. Shifting our focus to coverage by rarity, in today's box we observed 100% of the commons and uncommons in non-foil. Moreover, we saw 33 out of the 48 rares accounting for 69% coverage, and 3 out of the 13 mythics for 23% coverage. In the foil treatment, we came across 4% of the commons and 3% of the uncommons, and a single rare good enough for 2% coverage. Overall, we saw 34 rares and 3 mythics in these 36 packs. Being an older booster box and a smaller set, heavy duplication was expected going in. In this box, we ended up seeing 126 cards repeated 344 times for a box duplication rate of 65%. Before getting into the value of today's booster box, let's take a look at the current value of the set. This chart displays all 196 cards from the Rivals of Ixalan set and the 10 Ixalan basic lands that you can pull using non-foil market prices as of November 15th, 2023. Currently, the set features 6 cards valued over $10. There's also 4 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 20 cards valued between $1 and $5. The other 176 cards are currently valued under $1. Now, if you were to add up the value of all 206 cards, you'd have a non-foil market value of $211.81. Now let's recap the actual observed value in today's box, starting off with a look at the non-foils. This box contained 2 of the 6 top cards, including the Silverclad Ferocidons valued at $10.45, and the number 3 card, the Tendershoot Dryad, valued at $12.80. We also saw 3 cards in the $5 to $10 range, and we picked up 15 other non-foils valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 505 non-foils in the box are currently valued less than $1. In the foil space, I'd say we actually did okay. We saw the Curious Obsession in foil valued at $6.65, and we saw the Siege Horn Ceratops valued at $1.43. The other 4 foils were valued under $1. But when you consider that 33% of the foils that we did see are valued over $1, I'd say that was all right. So how did this box perform? Well, the market price for this box as of November 15th is $147.88. The Rivals of Ixalan booster box that we opened contained 36 packs, each with 15 cards, allowing us to see 540 cards plus tokens. The 33 tokens and 8 checklist cards that we saw have a combined market value of $5.91. The 29 basic lands that we pulled are valued at $9.03. The 356 commons in the box have a total market value of $20.31, and the 110 uncommons are valued at $44.73. The 34 rares are valued at $57.71, and the 3 mythics that we pulled are valued at $14.55. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $152.24 in card market value, which is a gain of $4.36 over the market price of the box, and means that it returned 103% of the market price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 10 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $68.85, which means that those 10 cards represent just 45% of the total box value. Be sure to come back this weekend when I'll be cracking open some Lost Caverns of Ixalan in the pre-release kit form and handing out some arena codes. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel, and until next time, do something amazing. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people. All by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.